तो sugarcane is saccharum officinarum. The word saccharum derived from the Sanskrit word that is sarkara means sugar. Sugar industry is the second largest agro-based industry after textile in India. In India, there are 732 sugar factories, maximum numbers being in Maharashtra. Sugarcane is the main source of sugar in India. Sugarcane contributes about 87% of the world sugar production. Nearly 30 to 40% of sugarcane is utilized for manufacturing दूध एंड खंड सारी बट और जो 60% है वो क्या होता है शुगर रॉ शुगर प्रोड्यूस होता है ग्लोबली शुगर कैन इज ग्रोन बिटवीन लैटिट्यूड ओके ये जरूरत नहीं है इन इंडिया यूपी अकाउंट्स फॉर 42.6% ऑफ द ओके यूपी का सबसे लार्जेस्ट एकरेज है इश्यूड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एसबीआई दैट इज Coimbatore that is sugarcane breeding issued in collaboration with NARS has set up the breeding program. Then IISR is Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research that is Lucknow UP. SBI is Sugarcane Breeding Issue Coimbatore. Okay, National Hybridization Garden for Sugarcane was established by ICR at SBI that is Coimbatore in 1997. NSI is National Sugar Institute Kanpur. Origin क्या है? Origin is New Guinea. Then botany is family is Gamini Poaceae family. Sugarcane is Allocta plant, perennial crop. Then C4 plant that is the intermediate crop. Okay. Then root system that is fibrous root system. Fibrous root system is very important. There are three types of root that is set root, shoot root and buttress root. Okay, set root or temporary roots. These roots arise from the root primordia that is translucent dots. These are thin and branched which situated at the base of every can joint. These provide moisture and nutrients to the growing shoots. Shoot roots or permanent roots. Shoot roots or permanent roots that is these roots arise from the shoot. Okay. Shoot roots are permanent roots is these roots arise from the shoot. These roots are thick flesh and white. Then buttress roots there is fibrous branched. Okay, buttress root is fibrous and branched. Then stem or stalk. Stem and stalk. Sugarcane stem is known as stalk. Then the stalk is made up of nodes and internodes. The length of the internode is short at the base of the stalk. Length increases upwards and after reaching maximum at middle of the stalk again decreases. Length of the internode is short at the base of the stalk. Length increases upwards and after reaching maximum at the middle of the stalk again decreases. Stalk thickness is highest near the base. Stalk thickness is highest near the base. Then the main product of sugarcane is sucrose, which is stored in parenchyma cells of the internode. The main product of sugarcane is sucrose, which is stored in the parenchyma cells of the internode. The middle portion has the highest sucrose. Then the top portion of the stalk is poor in sucrose while rich in glucose. Top portion of the stalk is poor in sucrose and rich in glucose, so used for the propagating materials. Then outer hard layer of the stalk is known as rind, which is made up of sclerenchymatous cells and some vascular bundles. Okay, so middle portion has the highest sucrose. ये एक important point है, ये आपको mark करना चाहिए. तो the middle portion has highest sucrose. So ये पूछा जाएगा कि which of the following portion of the sugar cane has highest sucrose? Upper, middle, या lower, या none of these. So middle portion is the right answer. एंड मेन प्रोडक्ट ऑफ शुगर कैन इज सुक्रोज. ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. मेन प्रोडक्ट क्या है शुगर कैन का? वो है सुक्रोज. ग्लूकोज, फ्रुक्टोज, सुक्रोज ऐसे दिया जाएगा ऑप्शन में, तो सुक्रोज लिखा जाएगा. तो विच इज स्टोर्ड इन पैरेन्काइमा सेल्स ऑफ द इंटरनोड. देन द टॉप पोर्शन ऑफ द स्टॉक इज पुअर इन सुक्रोज, क्योंकि मिडिल पोर्शन में ज़्यादा सुक्रोज है, वाइल रिच इन ग्लूकोज. टॉप पोर्शन में क्या है? ग्लूकोज ज़्यादा है, सो यूज फॉर प्रोपागेटिंग मटेरियल्स. ओके, सो द आउटर हार्ड लेयर ऑफ द स्टॉक इज नोन एज रिंड. तो आउटर हार्ड लेयर जो शुगर करने है ना, वो रिंड है, विच इज मेड अप ऑफ स्क्लेरेनकाइमेटस टिश्यूज. ओके, स्क्लेरेनकाइमेटस सेल्स. सुक्रोज जो है वो है पैरेन्काइमेटस सेल्स, जो मिठास है वो अपर पोर्शन है, उसमें ग्लूकोज है. ओके, एंड टीलर्स इज अनलाइक अदर ग्रामिनी फैमिली. शुगर कैन टीलर्स अराइज फ्रॉम एन अंडरग्राउंड पोर्शन ऑफ द स्टेम. ओके, टीलर क्या है? अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम से बात है, नहीं तो अपर स्टेम से नहीं बात है, अंडरग्राउंड पोर्शन ऑफ स्टेम से निकलता है. देन लीफ क्या है ना? लीफ सीथ प्लस लीफ ब्लेड प्लस और लैमिना. ऑरिकल्स आर प्रेजेंट एट द अपर एज ऑफ द लीफ सीथ, दैट इज ईयर लाइक अटैचमेंट. देन लिग्यूल्स आर प्रेजेंट एट द जंक्शन ऑफ द लीफ सीथ एंड लीफ ब्लेड. Auricle and ligule. Auricles are present at the upper edge of the leaf sheath, that is ear-like attachment. Ligules are present at the junction of the leaf sheath or leaflet. The outer surface of the joint is called as collar dewlap. Okay, collar dewlap. Outer surface of the joint. Okay, outer surface of the joint is known as collar, while the inner surface of the joint is known as throat. Outer surface is collar, inner surface is throat. Okay, auricle and ligule. Auricle are present at the upper edge of the leaf sheath. Ligule are present at the junction of the leaf sheath and leaf blade. Okay, then inflorescence. The inflorescence is compound panicle known as arrow or open panicle or tassel. Okay, then the flowering is known as arrowing. इन्फ्लोरेसेंस इज एरो, फ्लावरिंग इज एरोइंग, ये दोनों में कंफ्यूज होगा। तो एरो क्या है, एरोइंग क्या है? फ्लावरिंग इज नोन एज एरोइंग। आईएनजी लगा तो आईएनजी लिख देंगे। ओके, देखिए फ्लावरिंग में आईएनजी है, फ्लावरिंग में आईएनजी है मतलब एरोइंग रहेगा, एरो नहीं रहेगा। मतलब इन्फ्लोरेसेंस इज एरो और ओपन एपन टेसल। देन फ्लावरिंग कम्स एट द एज ऑफ 10 to 12 months और 300 to 350 days, बट सम वेराइटीज स्पेशली इन नॉर्थ इंडिया डू नॉट फ्लावर एट ऑल। ओके, फ्लावरिंग कम कितने महीने में आते हैं ना, 10 to 12 months में आते हैं एंड 300 to 350 days आफ्टर सोइंग, बट सम वेराइटीज स्पेशली इन नॉर्थ इंडिया डू नॉट फ्लावर एट ऑल। then classification is 3 cultivated and 2 wild species of sugarcane, that is officinarum, barberry and sinensis. तो officinarum को क्या बोलते हैं, नोबल कैन और थिक कैन। हाई शुगर एंड लो फाइबर कंटेंट है इसमें, हाई शुगर कंटेंट एंड ग्रोन इन साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, न्यू गिनिया। बारबेरी इज इंडियन कैन, सो इंडियन कैन क्या है ना, बारबेरी। नॉर्थ इंडियन कैन, North Indian cane is barberry, then medium sugar and high fiber grown in North India. Then sinensis is Chinese cane, medium sugar and high fiber. Okay. ये जो डिप्लॉयड स्पीसीज है वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। ऑफिसिनाम का डिप्लॉयड है 20 का 80, बारबेरी का है 110 to 120 एंड साइनेंसिस का है 80 to 124। ओके, वाइल्ड स्पीसीज का क्या है, सैकरम स्पॉन्टेनियम एंड रोबुस्टम। Saccharum barberi is originated from the interrogation of Saccharum officinarum and Saccharum spontaneum. Okay, that is Saccharum barberi, that is known as Indian cane. Okay, sinensis is originated from the interrogation of officinarum and Miscanthus saccarifloros. Miscanthus saccarifloros. Last time fertility in sugarcane seed was informed by J.W. Paris in Barbados. Okay, first time fertility in sugarcane seed was informed by J.W. Paris in Barbados. The two seed of sugarcane was discovered in 1887 by Salt Weddell in Java from Saccharum spontaneum. Two seed of sugarcane was discovered in 1887 by Salt Weddell in Java from Saccharum spontaneum. Then nobilization of sugarcane was done by T.S. Venkataraman at SBI, that is Sugarcane Breeding Institute, Coimbatore, hence popularly known as Sugarcane Wizard. Okay, nobilization of sugarcane was done by T.S. Venkataraman at SBI, Coimbatore, hence popularly known as Sugarcane Wizard. Then climate. Climate is it is a tropical plant but can be grown in subtropical, that is Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, subtropical belt of North India. Annual rainfall is क्या है ना 750 to 1200 millimeter. Sugarcane is a tropical plant but can be grown in subtropical, and annual rainfall is 750 to 1200 millimeter. Mild and cold weather for sugar accumulation. Then minimum threshold temperature for the cane is 16 degrees centigrade, sprouting temperature 27 degrees centigrade. So sprouting temperature and minimum threshold for the cane. Okay. Sprouting temperature 27 degrees centigrade and the minimum temperature also 16 degrees centigrade. Then temperature above 15 degrees centigrade arrests growth and less than 21 degrees centigrade slows down the growth. Then phase. Germination phase, tillering phase or fermenting phase, vegetative or grand growth phase, and ripening phase. Germination phase is initial 30 to 45 days, tillering or fermenting is 45 to 135, vegetative or grand growth phase is 135 to 240 days after planting, ripening is 240 to 240 days after planting ahead. Optimum temperature is 21 degrees centigrade, tillering and fermenting is 26.6, vegetative and grain growth stage is 29.4, and ripening is 18.8. 21, 26.6, 29.4 and 18.8. 29 degrees centigrade for germination, tillering and fermenting is 26.6, Vegetable grand growth phase is 29.4 and ripening is 18.8. Relative humidity is 56, 51, 86, 81. Okay. तो इसमें से फॉर्मेटिव स्टेज का पूछता है कि 45 टू 135 डेज आफ्टर प्लांटिंग. ओके, ग्रोइंग जोन क्या है? ग्रोइंग जोन इज 5 जोन्स: नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न, नॉर्थ सेंट्रल, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न, ईस्ट कोस्टल, पेनिनसुलर. तो ओके, सॉइल इज लोमी, सॉइल इज वेस्ट. Varieties is interspecific hybrid. Most varieties are interspecific hybrids. Vanderken is CO419. Fast hybrid is CO205, made by Barbour in 1918. Vanderken is CO419. Fast hybrid is CO205. Vanderken is CO419. Fast hybrid is CO205. Then seed sowing. Seed and sowing is growing duration of the cane is 40 to 52 weeks. Growing duration of the cane. Cane is multiplied vegetatively by stem cutting because seeds are mostly infertile, usually small and of a low viability. Cane is multiplied vegetatively by stem cutting. Cane is multiplied vegetatively by stem cuttings because seeds are mostly infertile. Seeds are mostly infertile, usually small and of low viability. The material used for sowing is known as seed pieces or seeds. Then the top one third portion to a half portion of the cane being comparatively immature to have buds of high viability because of higher glucose and nitrogen content, and higher reducing sugar is best for planting. Okay, top one third to one half portion of the cane is being comparatively immature to have buds of high viability because of higher glucose and nitrogen content and higher reducing sugar is best for planting. Seed piece or seeds should be 8 to 10 months old or 10 to 12 months old. Seed piece or seeds should be 8 to 10 months old or 10 to 12 months old. Area that is three bordered, that is 30 to 45 centimeter long, 35,000 to 40,000 shades per hectare in autumn season of the both of the subtropical north zone, which can be obtained from 50 to 60 quintal per hectare grade. Three bordered, 33 bordered, 30 to 45 centimeter long, 35,000 to 40,000 shades per hectare in autumn season of the subtropical north zone, which can be obtained from 50 to 60 quintal per hectare grade. In Haryana, Punjab and Western Uttar Pradesh, two border sheds at the rate 88,000 to 1 lakh per hectare are still used. Haryana, Punjab and Western Uttar Pradesh, two border sheds. Three border sheds 35,000 to 40,000 sheds per hectare in autumn season of subtropical north zone. Haryana, Punjab and Western Uttar Pradesh is two border sheds 80,000 to 1 lakh sheds. Then set treatment is 0.5% solution of agalol, 3% and 0.25% solution of aretan, 6%, 0.25% tafasan by seed dipping. Okay. Moist hot air treatment, that is MHAT, that is placing of seed in MHAT, plant at 54 degrees centigrade temperature and 99% RH for 2 to 2.5 hours. Moist hot air treatment, pressing of seed in MHAT plant at a 54 degree centigrade temperature and 99% RH for 2 to 2.5 hours. Hot water treatment for conversion of sucrose into glucose. Hot water treatment for conversion of sucrose into glucose. Time of sowing is autumn, that is planted in October in North India at a 90 centimeter spacing. Base intercropping is sugarcane potato or sugarcane wheat. Sugarcane potato, sugarcane wheat is the best intercropping. It is a crop of 13 to 15 months which supplies sugar for early crushing. Then spring. Spring is planted in February, March in North India at 75 centimeter spacing. Spring planted in February, March in okay. Autumn planting is October. Spring planting is February, March. Okay. Then ripen during October, known as Suru in Maharashtra, Excel in Gujarat. Okay. एंड प्लांटिंग मेथड ये थोड़ा कट हो गया है, इसको बाद में देखते हैं. Nutrient management. Sugarcane is a heavy feeder crop of nutrients. A crop producing about 800 quintal per hectare can remove about 180 to 300 kg per hectare kg nitrogen, 60 to 80 kg phosphorus, and 80 to 90 kg potassium per hectare. A tillering stage of can of nitrogen concentration of 1.95 to 2% essential for maximum yield. नाइट्रोजन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कितना होगा 1.95 टू 2%. फर्टिलाइजर रिकमेंडेशन नॉर्थ इंडिया में क्या है 120 टू 150 इज टू 80 इज टू 60. साउथ इंडिया में 250 टू 350 100 इज टू 80. नाइट्रोजन सोर्स इन द नॉर्मल सॉइल्स ammonium sulfate saline soils that is urea acidic soils that is calcium ammonium nitrate. Normal soils is ammonium sulfate saline soils में urea acidic soils में calcium ammonium nitrate. In early growth period up to about 0 to 120 days can take nitrogen in the form of NH4 plus. With the increase in nitrogen fertilization in sugarcane juice content decreases because nitrogen decreases C/N ratio and the sucrose is made of carbon. Then phosphorus content in juice removes its colloids during the processing. For better crystallization and color of sugar, a critical limit of phosphorus in juice is 300 ppm. Potassium helps in storing more sugar in comparison to non-sugars and thus increases the ratio of sugar to total solids. Potassium helps in storing more sugar in comparison to non-sugar, thus increases the ratio of sugar to non-total solids. In cane, potassium is essential for synthesis and translocation of protein and carbohydrates. Then placement of fertilizers to reduce nutrient losses. Then in 12-month crop fertilization is completed up to 45 to 90 days of planting. Nitrogen is applied in 3 to 4 weeks. Seed inoculation. Humid and subhumid areas Azosporium, semi-dry areas Acetobacter diazotropicus. Acetobacter diazotropicus, very semi-dry areas. Then water management, seed inoculation is humid and subhumid areas में Azosporium, semi-dry areas में Acetobacter diazotropicus. Okay. N source is ammonium sulfate. नॉर्मल सॉइल में अमोनियम सल्फेट, सलाइन सॉइल में यूरिया, एसिडिक सॉइल में कैल्शियम अमोनियम नाइट्रेट. ओके. Then water management out of total area under sugarcane, 94.3% area is under irrigation. Irrigate crop at 1.0 IW by CP ratio. Okay, irrigate the crop at 1.0 IW by CP ratio 1. Then okay. Then water requirement of sugarcane varies 2000 to 3000 mm. Then maximum water requirement is at the formative stage and grand growth phase. However, water requirement at the later phase is fulfilled by rains. Water requirement at the later phase is fulfilled by rains, so the most critical phase of irrigation is formative phase. Irrigate sugarcane at 40 to 50% depletion of available soil moisture. Irrigate sugarcane at 40 to 50% depletion of available soil moisture. In North India, autumn planted cane requires 7 irrigation. Autumn planted cane requires 7 irrigation, 5 before and 2 after monsoon, while spring planted cane requires 6 irrigation. Autumn planted cane requires 7 irrigation, spring planted cane requires 6 irrigation. In dry climate and soils, that is 8 to 10 irrigations are required. 3 per inch or 7.5 to 10 centimeter of water is given with each irrigation. Furrow method of irrigation is most common in India. Okay. Weed management. The critical period of crop weed competition in subtropical region is 60 to 120 days after planting, while in autumn planted cane it is about 40 to 70 days after planting. Spring planted cane is 4 to 5 weeks after planting. Okay. Weed management में important है क्या क्या हर्बिसाइड. सो हर्बिसाइड क्या है अट्राजिन, सिमाजिन, अलाक्लोर ये सब हो जाएगा वीड में. तो मोस्ट कॉमन वीड फैमिली साइपरासी फॉलोड बाय अम्बेलिफेरी. फास्ट मैनुअल मैकेनिकल वीडिंग 3 to 4 वीक्स कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. 3 to 4 वीक्स ये इम्पोर्टेंट है. टू डी मतलब कितने डेज आफ्टर प्लांटिंग अप्लाई मतलब करना पड़ेगा. दैट इज 3 to 4 लीव स्टेज ऑफ क्रॉप, दैट इज 25 to 30 days आफ्टर प्लांटिंग. Early post emergence to replace blind when paraquat 0.5 to 1 kg AI per hectare or MSMA 2 to 3 kg per acre per hectare is applied as early post emergence before 10% emergence of sugarcane harvesting. Crop takes about 10 to 12 months in North India and 18 to 20 months in South India. 10 to 12 months in North India, 18 to 20 months in South India. Maturity indicates withering of fruit from lower leaves gradually. Brix value or hand refractometer reading is between 18 to 25%. Brix value or hand refractometer reading is between 18 to 25%. Top bottom ratio developed by B. Vishwanath. Sugarcane is considered as immature if top bottom ratio is less than 0.9 and mature 0.9 to 1.0. Top bottom ratio developed by the Vishwanath. Top bottom ratio developed by the Vishwanath. Sugarcane is considered as immature if top bottom ratio is less than 0.9 and mature 0.9 to 1.0. Filling solution test less than 0.5% glucose can is considered mature. Filling solution test less than 0.5% glucose can is considered mature. Then when glucose produced during photosynthesis stored as sucrose. When glucose produced during photosynthesis stored as sucrose, at maturity water content reducing sugar and organic and inorganic from sugar decreases while sucrose content increases. Good crop under good management in North India yields also 8,000 to 800 to 1000 quintal per hectare. Arsali crop in North Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra is 1000 to 1200 quintal per hectare. Cotton crop yields less than planted crop is main row. Disease management, diseases transmitted by setter, red rot, wilt, smut, grassy storm disease, or albino, RSV, raccoon stunting virus. Red rot, most destructive disease in tropical and subtropical India, caused by fungus, Polytrichum falcatum, imperfect, and glomerular cucumensis is surface stage. Typical symptoms of red rot sugarcane are seen inside the stalk, that is reddened teeth, which is responsible for the quick decline of many of the sugarcane varieties. Management will be set dipping in 0.25% mercurial compound saturation solution like agalol or eretan for 5 minutes. Fusilago citamania, smut, which are more severe in April to July. A long black whip-like structure at the apex of a stalk and is also known as whip smut of cane. Okay, whip smut of cane. Then wilt caused by Cephalosporium sacchari. Due to this, leaves dry up, stem light and hollow, and peach develops purple and red streak. Green disease is Pleocyta sacchari. Brown leaf spot is Sarcospora longleaf. Yellow leaf spot is Sarcospora cockei. Stem canker is Cyclospora sacchari. Straight rot or pineapple disease is fungus. Cephalocysis paradoxa. Red stripe is Xanthomonas albulineans. Brumosepsis, Anthrax axanopolis vascularum. Gassiston disease is by mycoplasma-like organism. Symptoms vary with stage of plant growth. Chlorotic disease, albino disease, gassiston disease, yellow disease, bunch-top disease, leaf-top disease. Assist appearance of fruits. It can be managed by use of healthy seeds and sacrificial with hot water at 50 degrees centigrade and 1 hour. Raccoon stunting disease, earlier caused by virus but at present the causative agent is present bacteria Clavibacter jayli. Stunted crop with short and thin canes spreads through seed set and rattle crop. Striga is root parasite. Dunga is a root parasite. That is Aegineta indica. Insect management is early shoot borer. That is kilo infection which is called as dead heart. Top borer is punchy top. Shoot borer is dead heart. Top borer is bunchy top. Okay, Typhoriza novella. Kilo infection is dead heart. Typhoriza novella is bunchy top. Leaf hopper is Pyrida purpureana. Order of Chemicra. Leaf hopper. This insect appears in April to May or and August. Damage the crop by sucking the sap and from foliage. Egg parasite is Apricania melanoluca. Leaf hopper. Okay, the Pahila purpureana egg parasite is Apricania melanoluca. Tetra stichus control. Okay. Then special practices rattle. It is economical to take only one rattle. So suitable varieties of ratonic are CO54, CO421, CO1148. Okay, so CO varieties, सब CO varieties हो गया. Then BO91, then 20% more nitrogen requirement as a crop as compared to planted crop because 22 to 24 months duration in the field. Okay, 20% more nitrogen requirement as compared to the planted crop because of 22 to 24% more duration in the field. Average day temperature for good sprouting of ratoon bodies. Average day temperature is 20 to 30 degrees centigrade. Then top dominance or apical dominance, the inhibitory effect of terminal board upon the development of lateral boards. The inhibitory effect of terminal board upon the development of lateral board. Crop logging. The first time this concept was given by F.S. Clement in Hawaii. It is the foliar diagnosis comparing the nutrient status of comparable leaves of high-end, low-yielding croplands. It is the foliar diagnosis comparing the nutrient status of comparable leaves. Okay, foliar diagnosis, that is F.S. Clement. Crop lodging, the falling of a crop due to strong winds. Lodging can be prevented by earthing of paired row planting or earthing of cropping, potassium fertilization, lodging resistant varieties, deep trench planting, wind breaks around field. Okay, wrapping, bending one or more of lower leaves of cane, wrapping around and close to the cane stem, followed in South India. Wrapping is followed in South India, especially in Karnataka, bending one or more lower leaves of cane and wrapping. Then cropping. Cropping in these tops of the adjacent rows are brought close together to each other, tied with a long rope running with the full length of rows and fastened at either end by a strong bamboo supports. By strong bamboo supports practiced in cyclonic belts and coastal areas. In this, the canes are tied by lower leaves to check lodging by bringing together one or two row of the cane. Wind rowing. Wind rowing is storing cane stalks in cold or winters to protect the seed materials from cold and frost. That is wind rowing. Storing cane stalks in old Storing cane stalks in cold or winters to protect the seed materials from cold and frost. De- Terracing. De-terracing. One stalk has 30 to 35 leaves, of which upper 8 to 10 leaves are sufficient for effective photosynthesis. So, the removing of lower unwanted and dry leaves is known as detrashing. Removing of lower unwanted and dry leaves is known as detrashing. Okay. Earthing up. The first earthing up is called as partial earthing up, and second full earthing up. Uh, wet earthing, wet earthing at 6 months after planting to check the lead tillering and water issues. Artificial ripening, that is Polaris. Polaris average 5 kg per hectare in 600 liters of water after before 8 weeks of scheduled harvest. Polaris. Polaris glyphosine, ethereal sodium metasilicate. Glyphosine is average 5 kg per hectare, ethereal 500 ppm post harvest crop, and 100 ppm GA3 sodium metasilicate 4 kg per hectare in 750 liters of water at 6 to 8 weeks before harvest. Sugarcane quality, cane juice composition, water is 77 to 78%, close is 8 to 21%, reducing sugar is 0.3 to 3%. Sugarcane contains 66% juice. Okay, that is two-third percent is juice. Sugar in juice is 10 to 12%. Sugar recovery for sugarcane is 8 to 10%. This value is very important. Okay, sugar recovery for sugarcane is 8 to 10%. Very important. ओके देन सुक्रोज रिकवरी ये नहीं पूछा है कभी, जैगरी रिकवरी भी नहीं पूछा है, मोलासेस रिकवरी नहीं पूछा गया, शुगर रिकवरी पता शुगर है 8 to 10% ये पूछने वाला है. Sugar in juice is okay 10 to 12%, sugarcane contains 66% juice. Okay, byproducts of sugarcane industry. Baggage. Fibrous residue remains after juice extraction of cane stalk, useful for fuel and paper making, electricity, particle board, and for food and intermediate in nylon and resins production. That is baggage. Fibrous residue remains after juice extraction of cane stalk. Okay, fibrous residue remains after juice extraction of cane stalk. Molasses, it is the final effluent obtained in sugar preparation. Final effluent obtained in sugar preparation. Its specific gravity is 1.39 to 1.49. It is used in distilled industry for alcohol production and also used as an ingredient to animals' feed. Okay. Then fresh mud or filter mud is these are precipitated impurities in cane juice remains after filtration, which contains colloidal organic matter anions and 45% lime. Its application in the soil causes difficulties to the survival of beneficial microbes due to the higher BOD and COD. That's why its degradation is very difficult. Biodegradation. It is used for reclamation of acidic soils. Press mode cake contains 1 to 2% nitrogen, 2 to 4% P2O5, and 0.5 to 1.5% K2O. Cane tops, it has fair quality Fodor value which contains 2.8 megajoule of metabolizing energy per kg diameter. Cane Advisor, mobile app developed by ICR Sugarcane Breeding Institute, Coimbatore. ओके, ये नहीं चाहिए तो ये ख़त्म हो गया। तो बैगेज मोलास, तो फाइनल एफ्लुएंट क्या है, प्रेस मोड में क्या है, प्रेसिपिटेटेड इम्प्यूरिटीज इन कैन जूस आफ्टर फिल्ट्रेशन, कैन टॉप्स इज फॉरवर्ड वैल्यू कितना है 2.8 मेगा जूल। ओके, ये सब चाहिए, ये सब चाहिए। ओके, सो शुगर कैन यहाँ कंप्लीट होता है। बाय।